Hi, I'm Shivesh, and today we're going to talk about the 36th principle of success, which is learn more to earn more. Though you may think that it takes years to acquire the kind of knowledge that you'll need to become super successful, the truth is that simple behaviors such as reading for an hour a day or turning television time into learning time and attending classes and training programs can make it surprisingly easy to increase your knowledge and substantially increase the level of your success. So, of course, the first suggestion is to eliminate 1 hour of television a day and replace it with anything productive. You can learn a new language, get super fit, spend quality time with your wife and children, or learn to play a musical instrument or make more sales call. But what I recommend the most is that you read for an hour a day and read inspirational autobiographies, books on psychology, sales, finance, and health. Now, you can't really put your mind and heart in some of the works of the masters or successful people. The more you read about these successful people, you can't really get away without some of it sticking into your mind, and eventually you'll start applying some of those. And if you read more about these immortals, you can increase the possibility of leaving an immortal effect. Now, the results have been enormous for Jack, of course. Now, one of the suggestions is to consider taking a reading course to not only increase your reading speed, but also how fast you can absorb your information. And Jack recommends a course which is called Photo Reading Course by Paul Sheely. So do look that up. Now, let's talk about a weekly system for getting smart. Now, if you make a commitment to read one book a week, review what you've read and apply at least one thing that you've learned from each book, you'll be miles ahead of everyone else in creating that extraordinary life that you're really looking at. Another idea or another suggestion is to study the lives of great people. And a great resource for good condensed inspiration and information drawn from biographies is called the Great Life Network. Now, what this company's done is they've created a series of books, software, and audio programs that bring you the success stories of more than 500 of the world's most recognized people, all in a short, easy to understand format. So do log into www.greatlifenetwork.com. Another suggestion is to attend, success rallies, conferences, and retreats. But because besides the learning, the other important aspect of this event is the kind of networking opportunities that you get with people who have a similar area of interest as you. Of course, the next concept is to be teachable. To learn and to grow in life, you need to be teachable. You need to let go of already knowing it and needing to be right, the need to look good, and you need to be open yourself to being a learner. Because whenever Jack used to attend a meeting with his boss once upon a time, his name was Billy. Whenever he had a meeting with an outside consultant, Billy was always strangely quiet, and Jack asked him, why don't you ever speak at any of these meetings, or why do you speak so minimal? And he said, Jack, I already know what I know. And if I'm talking to impress someone else, I'm not learning anything new. What I want to do is I want to learn what they know. And that's why I keep silent for most of these meetings with these outside consultants. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to be prepared for when the opportunity comes knocking. For example, a friend of mine, he always wanted to be a DJ, and he always kind of showed that interest in doing the kind of patter that a DJ would typically do, or practicing what a DJ's skills are like. And he was working as a waiter in one of the restaurants, one of the bars, and finally that one night the DJ couldn't finish his show, and he got a chance to go on air. And when he got the chance, not only was he prepared, he was brilliant. The audience absolutely loved him, and all the effort or all the practice that he had all came into use because he was ready when the opportunity came knocking. So that's something that you need to bear in mind. So what do you really need to get ready? The first thing you need to do is make a list of the top 10 things that you need to do to be ready when opportunity finds you. Now, this could include taking classes on your own time, reading books, acquiring new skills, going to industry trade shows, dressing the part, and looking like a player even before you're there. And all it takes is passion, persistence, and the belief that someday the opportunity will come knocking. Now, while training is adequate for a lot of us, there are some of us who need more in depth work to remove the emotional blocks and childhood programming that's holding us back. And for such people, therapy and counseling is the answer. And most therapists specialize in one or more approaches of therapy. And Jack recommends the following three therapies if you're looking for counseling or you're hiring someone to help you remove these emotional roadblocks. The first is called the Gestalt therapy. The second is called psychosynthesis. And the third is called NLP or neuro-linguistic programming. So to summarize, you need to commit to lifelong learning, realize that the amount of information in the world is growing at a mind-numbing pace. And you must commit to lifelong self-improvement and learning, improving your mind, increasing your skills, and boosting your ability to assimilate and apply what you learn. Now that brings us to the end of Principle 36. In our next video, we'll cover Principle 37, which is stay motivated with the masters. See you in the next video.